love you.
What? Jason and the Doctor.
Weekday mornings from 6.
Triple G.
Well, we are here with Steve and Shirley from Garbage. Thanks very much for talking to us today.
Might I say, in very salubrious surrounds. We're sitting atop the Intercontinental Hotel overlooking Sydney Harbour. Do you guys always get joints like this?
No, I wish we did.
Because you've been on tour pretty much all year. Yeah. And I guess the big news now is that after this, it kind of stops.
Yeah, I mean, we're just beat. I'm like dying to just sit on the couch and do nothing and hang out with my family and my friends. And but there's been a whole... I don't understand the fuss that's been made about us taking a break. It's really weird.
Well, I guess that was the scoop that we were looking for. Is the band breaking up because everyone hates each other? Which is, what everyone's asking, I guess.
I'm sorry to disappoint everybody out here, but no, we're just taking a break from, being on a roller coaster constantly for 10 years of recording and then touring and recording and touring. You look like the actor out of Red Eye. I don't know his name.
Red Eye? What movie's Red Eye?
It's that horror movie where the guy's on the plane and he turns around and looks at the lady that's next to him and his eyes go all red. He was in 28 Days Later. English actor.
You're not getting him confused with
Stunningly good looking.
Right now.
You're not getting him confused with the young Meg Ryan.
No, he doesn't look like Meg Ryan at all.
You don't think so?
No.
He did with his long hair.
I just had a haircut.
Did you see The Interpreter?
Nicole Kidman and some other guy.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Have you seen The Hills Have Eyes?
Yes.
Wes Craven's first film.
Yeah,
it won't look like anyone out of that.
You do, actually. One of the hill people. Well, I love the Isle of Lewis because it was so barren, and I think their biggest the thing that they produced the most was peat, and they had that super nice kind of ultra religious Gaelic community that was you could sort of feel very safe hitchhiking and.
I mean, the islands in general are like that. I mean, there's some islands in Scotland that have zero crime rate. Zero.
Wow.
Which I think is amazing.
Because there's no one there? Or just one person there?
There's no one there.
No, because you can't get off the island, obviously. And I don't know.
So people have learnt to live?
I don't think they've learnt to live. It's just under-inhabited. It's underpopulated.
Or no one reports it because there's no one to tell.
Exactly, but they still leave in the Highlands in Scotland. They still leave. Everybody leaves their doors open, and people come and go as they see fit. Strangers can go in and utilise other strangers' bathrooms and stuff like that. I mean, it's wild.
And I remember my granny being very, very excited by the fact that Glasgow was voted the European City of Culture in 1992. And which everyone said, I think everyone in the whole of Europe thought that was quite funny because all they did was really sort of paint the front of Glasgow.
Good old Glasgow.
What did your granny say at the time?
Oh, it's great. It's great. She loved that. Mm-hmm. It's the European City of Culture. Yeah. Would you like some shortbread?
And a cup of tea?
And have some tea.
There's your tea.
Yes, no, she's great. My granny's 95 now. She emigrated out here from Glasgow at 85.
That's amazing.
95. She's still living by herself.
Good for her. Yeah, my granny lived by herself until she was 95.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That generation are hardcore.
Yeah, you'd think so. They'd lived through like 8 world wars and...
No money and...
We're soft.
Harsh weather.
Yeah, that's it.
This is the strangest radio interview I think I've ever done.
Shirley's dad actually worked on cloning the sheep. Speaking of sheep in Scotland,
Dolly the sheep. Dolly the.
Exactly.
Well, he worked at the faculty. Yeah.
Is your dad some sort of molecular biologist?
He was a geneticist.
What a coinky dink. So is
His
mine.
dad is a molecular biologist.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
right. He went to Glasgow University and he moved
and you're
out
from
here
Wisconsin? Yes.
to actually.
You've been there.
My dad, yes, has spent his whole life looking at very tiny little things, specialising in at some stages in horse herpes.
Wow. See, my dad specialised in animal breeding, specifically poultry breeding.
Poultry, of which the sheep is a part.
Well, see, no, Dolly the sheep was actually a terrible mistake. It was supposed to be Dolly the hen,
right.
But they really buggered it up in the Petri dish.
Sorry, you claimed that Shirley, your dad, has something to do with Dolly. Is it just part of his research?
He's part of that faculty. His faculty
right.
part.
He was in the chicken wing.
University
as opposed to the sheep wing.
The cow and chicken wing.
Was that in... And was that in Edinburgh University?
King's Buildings, yeah. Edinburgh University.
You know, there's a band called The Frogs from Milwaukee in Wisconsin.
You know The Frogs?
Don't get me started.
Man,
on
this means that this
goat just died today.
I'm sad. My goat just fell in the hay. Hey, we're all sad.
But in a way,
We're happy. Didn't suffer too much. He only got the cramps once. Sad. Hearing that record, that's a life changer.
Yes, we on our first tour of America, our manager and tour manager left us alone to fly to Wisconsin to see a Frogs and Wesley Willis concert.
Wesley Willis!
Yes.
We were just talking about him.
Really? Well, we met him too
resting in peace, we
in
hope.
Chicago. You guys
Yes, we
met
met
him
him.
without the headbutt. Did he headbutt
No, he
you?
headbutted a friend of ours.
Yes.
He only headbutted girls, I thought, was the
Which
rumour.
means I got off lightly because I told him to shut the fuck up.
Oh, well, yeah, because people are too scared to put him in his place.
Not me. I wasn't too scared. Do you want to hear my... What was it Captain saying? Do you want to hear my...
Why do you write a song for
my
you?
CD?
hear me
Do
rock
you wanna-
my keyboard.
Yeah, do you want to rock me? Do you want to hear me rock my keyboard?
great.
And he went on until eventually I was like, shut up, Wesley!
You ever write a song about garbage?
No,
See, he was probably Gunu. That's the thing, you never
Gunu.
know.
he's probably gonna.
Triple J.